What's up guys, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about Airtags like every other YouTuber in the whole world. But we're going to have a little twist on it, kind of, maybe just a little bit. So I'm going to tell you a little story before we get into the video. The past 2 weeks I haven't really been posting because I've been traveling. I went to Atlanta for a week and then I went to Houston for a week. The Atlanta trip was a great trip. I shot a show for this RV show, which I can't name, but I can say it was an RV show. Shot a show, but whenever I flew from Tampa to Atlanta, no layovers, anything, just Atlanta or Tampa to Atlanta. I put my tripods underneath the plane because you can't put tripods on top of the plane. It just don't work, they're too big. They won't allow you to do it as a carry-on. So what I do is I check them in. I have a really nice bag. I checked it in and I never had a problem before. I've never lost bags before. Usually it just, when I get to Atlanta, pick it up. But this time they couldn't find it. So I was like, oh crap, what do I do? Because it's never happened to me before. So what I did is I went to the baggage claim area. There's people there and they told me, oh, don't worry about it. It's probably in the oversized compartment. So I went over there, couldn't find it. So what do I do now? They said, oh, don't worry about it. This never happens, is their exact word. This very rare that it happens. So they probably got stuck on the belt. So they turned all the belts back on and still nothing showed up. So I was like, holy cow, I'm here in Atlanta to do a job and I need tripods. What am I gonna do? So what I did is, they're like, well, look, right now we don't have them. You're gonna have to get them rented and then you're just gonna have to send us an invoice with the rent and we'll take care of it, and hopefully they show up within 3 days. Then they said, oh, they always show up within 3 days. You have nothing to worry about, they always show up. So every day I called Southwest to see where the heck they were, and they have no idea. Every single time I called, no idea. No, I did get some tripods rented and I was able to do my job, but that was just aggravating having to go rent tripods. It was just annoying. Anyways, I didn't only have my tripods in there, I also had my gimbal, which costs a lot more than a tripod. It costs around $600, the DJI Ronin gimbal that I have. So I was mainly worried because of that. I did have 3 tripods in there, which come up to about $500 total, and then I had that. So it was about a total of $1,000. So I was pretty concerned. I didn't need my gimbal, but I always bring my gimbal just in case I need it. So that was missing as well. Anyways, that trip was gone. I got back to my home state for a day and then I had to go on another trip to Houston for a week and I still didn't have my tripods. So this is working on several days now, no tripods. So obviously the ones I rented, I had to keep using. So while I was in Houston, about 4 days into Houston, I got a phone call from Southwest. They did find the tripods, but it was way after the 3 days that they said. They said it was gonna take 3 days. It took several days, almost 2 weeks, without the tripods and without my gimbal. And I used my gimbal for when I went to Houston. The show I was working on there is different from the RV one, it's the fishing one. I used that gimbal every show. This show, I could not use it and I didn't rent a gimbal either. I just rented tripods, not a gimbal. So I was without my gimbal. I had to do it handheld, which is fine. You know, I could do that, but I like using my gimbal and I like having it. So either way, when I got back, I returned the tripods I rented. The airline, Southwest, they did reimburse me. But in my opinion, if I would have had an AirTag in that bag, I would have been able to track it down exactly to where it was at. Because in airports, how many iPhones do you think are there? I'm sure a bunch of you guys know how these AirTags work. They bing off of other iPhones. I'm sure if you're watching this video, you know exactly how they work. But they bing off of other iPhones. In the airport, there's hundreds of iPhones. It would have had a good location. I could have showed the baggage claim people, which honestly were very helpful. At Southwest, they were very helpful, so there is that. There was just nothing they could do. It wasn't their fault. I'm sure it was the person that loaded it on the plane's fault, or it was somebody's fault, but the people I was dealing with, it wasn't their fault that it happened. So with that, this AirTag would have came in handy because I could have showed them on my phone where it's at. I could have zoomed in and like, look, it's here, and they could have radioed somebody, which they did. They radioed several people trying to find it with the little amount of time that I was there. So if I would have showed them the location, they would have literally probably walked there and found it themselves, unless it was in Tampa. And if that was the case, they would have called Tampa for me and had it found. So yeah, that's the big reason why I bought 2 of these AirTags. Only one came in so far, but I have another one on the way. Actually, the one I bought on Apple.com says it ain't gonna be here till May 17th. And the one I bought on Amazon, which I actually purchased this one like 12 hours later, it came in when it was supposed to come in on the 30th of April. Kind of crazy. But I think everybody went to Apple.com and just bought them all out. And then I was in Houston, so I was an hour behind. So I kind of got messed up. I was a little late on Apple.com. Either way, it's on the way. But this one, whenever I travel, I have a few trips coming up. I'm going to Houston again. I got to go back there, and I'm also going to Chicago. And you bet your bottom dollar I will definitely be taking this AirTag and putting it in whatever luggage that costs the most that I have to put under the plane. Yes, I know that you're not supposed to put expensive stuff under the plane, but I have no choice. I have a camera, I have a drone, I have lenses, batteries, a lot of stuff that I have to bring on top of the plane. So I mean, I'm already there with 2 carry-ons. I can't carry any more. So the tripods, even if I did have room, I couldn't take tripods on the plane. So this will be going underneath the plane with the tripods. My other one is gonna be in my camera bag, just in case that gets stolen or lost or whatever it is. That camera bag always goes on the top of the plane with me, but it's still gonna have one in there. So that is really all this video is just explaining why this AirTag is important to me and what you know, a good idea for you if you travel a lot and you shoot, you film, make. Definitely put these on your cameras if you can, all of your expensive gear, because I'm sure it'll save you. I mean, I've used it, I've only had it for today, but I've used it today and I've tested it out and it works really good. It works really good. It tracks it down to the T, even if you are not around it. Like there's a feature where if you're in your house somewhere, it will take you to exactly to the inch of the spot of the AirTag. But even if you're not around it, say you're in another state, it will still track it almost down to the T of where it's at, which I think that's the most valuable thing about this AirTag to me, because I'm literally not gonna lose my tripods in my house or my camera bag in my house. A lot of people will be buying these for keys. I will not be. I never lose my keys, but I will be using these for my camera gear, my camera bags, all of that. Also, Jared from Jared Frono's Photo, he posted a great video showing you guys how you can attach some of these to your lenses or to your cameras. I will definitely link it below. Definitely check that out. If for some reason you're watching this video and you haven't watched his video, go watch his video, because he shows you some ways where you can attach these to cameras, and it's a really good, very good idea in my opinion. So with that, thanks for watching. Make sure you have a good day. Make sure you hit the like button, the subscribe button, and the bell notification. And with that, I'll see you in the next video.